We're going to look at how to change a punctured tyre. It's the least favourite thing you want to happen when you're out riding or in a race, but inevitably you will puncture at some point. So the kit you need when you're out training or in a race in case you puncture is a set of tyre levers, a spare inner tube and a hand pump. If you got all those, then you're going to be safe to change your tyre. If you can take a couple of tubes out on a ride with you, that's always best practice, because in case the first tube punctures as soon as you put it back in, at least you've got options to get another tube in before you phone somebody to come pick you up. So I'm going to show you how to change the rear tyre, because that's the most tricky one to do. So the rear tyre is punctured. You probably got off it and you're not in the bottom sprocket, which you would want to be to take the back wheel off. So pick the bike up, flip the gears down, so it's going to head into the bottom gear, and then turn the pedals so you're in the bottom gear. Once you're in the bottom gear, undo the quick release. This means the wheel is a lot easier to hit out and just simply drops out, whereas if it was in a higher gear it wouldn't drop out so easily. Take your tyre levers, put them underneath the tyre. So once you've peeled it off like that, you just pull the tyre lever towards you and then take it all the way around the rim, so your tyre is half off. Then take hold of your inner tube, pull the inner tube out, and then you're ready to put the spare inner tube back in the wheel. Unfold the inner tube. My advice is put a little bit of air in there before you put it back in the tyre. This will stop you pinching it when you thread the tyre back on. So find the valve, put the valve in through the wheel, and then thread the inner tube around the inside of the tyre. Once it's in the inside of the tyre, then just fold it on top of the rim. Once it's on top of the rim, you can start from the valve, just putting the tyre back onto the rim and just fold it all the way around. Once it's mostly on, then you can let a bit of air out, so the rest of it should go on pretty easy. Most of the time you can fold the tyre back on like that. If you can't fold the tyre back on, then you can always use a tyre lever to just thread or fold the tyre back onto the rim by that kind of motion. But you've got to be careful when you use the tyre lever not to actually pinch the inner tube with the tyre lever. Once the inner tube is in the tyre, get your pump onto the valve and pump the tyre up so you're ready to carry on with your ride. Once the tyre is pumped up, you can lift up your bike. You know that the rear mech is ready to sit on the small chainring of the cassette. Again, this is easier for putting the back wheel back in, and just put the wheel back into the frame. Tighten up your quick release, and that's how to change the tyre on the back wheel.